Has ever noticed how the professional golfers, although they all look different, different builds, different grip types, they pretty much all hit the golf ball exactly the same way. And this is one of the things that amateur golfers fundamentally don't do. Now, when I start working with a student, what I'll quickly start to realize is that students tend to nod their head when I talk about things like swing plane, I talk about release. They've heard it all before, but your interpretation of actually what is happening is slightly sort of off. Now, one of the drills that I work with a lot with students is using alignment sticks. And what I've done here is I've placed an alignment stick on the ground, pretty much the same angle as my 7-iron, and you can see the weight's about 8 inches inside the actual target line where I'm going to hit the ball. Now, the point is, what happens with the professional golf when we look at them in this impact position and this post-impact is we can see the way that the hands keep moving through, the club head keeps moving through, particularly this post-impact area. So see the way, just after I'd made contact with the ball, the way my right hand is now facing towards the target, like so, and that keeps that club nice and stable. And then when we look at them from the face-on perspective, we tend to see the way that they slide, so they move to the left with that hit. And when you sort of think about it, it makes sense, right? Because if you want to hit that golf ball straight, you need to make sure your hands are trying to point in that direction. And if you therefore move to the left whilst doing that, that gives you the best possible chance. Now, what's interesting, and this may well be yourself, and this is why I wanted to create this video, is I meet a lot of golfers that seem to think that they're supposed to swing massively underneath this line coming in towards this impact position. So I meet lots of people that think, oh, I'm supposed to swing this way, and then this prompts spinning action, right? This is why a lot of golfers tend to spin with the hips. And then what happens is then if you come down this way, you have to get excessively shallow with the club, and then this opens the face, and then you've got a lot of work to do coming in towards this post-impact area, or this sort of impact area, to get that club face square. So what I would do is two things. I would, when you next practice, place that alignment stick similar to what I've done here. Okay, and that's going to encourage you to be mindful that when you swing through, you want to keep that club shaft moving as I'm demonstrating, not swinging too much this way. The second thing I'd do is I'd play around with the term width. And what I mean by width is you want to feel like you're trying to get that club head as far away from your body as you possibly can. What we don't want to do is do this, because one of the faults is that you could swing nicely in terms of this direction, but if you pull your arms up, this will still give you inconsistency. If you keep your arms straight as you swing through in that direction, then you're going to have a recipe where that will encourage you to shift your weight really well. And this is the thing that I notice with all students. A student doesn't make a swing change through repetition or doing lots of drills. It doesn't work that way. You make a swing change based on your understanding. And when you start to understand things better, and that's why this exercise should help a lot of you, then you'll start to notice the way you'll hit it much more like a pro. Work on it. I'll see you guys again really soon.